Check. And we are live. How's everybody doing today on this wonderful Monday, November 30th, last day of November.
Against Libra.
Unbelievable. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you guys for coming into the stream. Just wait for people to jump on in. All right. All right, shout out to Ross Bush, shout out to Hadouken, everybody in the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, so let's get into Bitcoin as we always do. First thing at the beginning of the day, unbelievable Bitcoin action. It kind of was apparent, as we started watching it. I'm waiting for this pullback, and then just, you know what? We don't get it. They almost always trick you. They try to get you caught up, and today, they didn't trick us. They just kept moving. So if we look at Bitcoin, I'm going to take a look at it in its entirety. We're going to look at dominance. We're going to look at the dollar index. We'll take a look at gold. We'll take a look at the Dow Jones as well. We're going to see one thing I want to talk about actually right off the bat is Bitcoin is decoupling from gold. You can see Bitcoin is just on its way up, but gold is kind of staying flat. I really think people are moving. Big money is moving out of gold and into Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's a far more attractive asset to hold, and I think it's creating a frenzy of sorts in the market. So people are actually getting out of the regular asset of gold and getting into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin formed this gigantic cup. You can almost was in a cup and handle, honestly, if we kind of cup this out, which I wasn't even really looking at before. But if you could see, this is a cup, and there's your handle. Funny, no one else was making a cup and handle recently for Bitcoin. And if you take your target for your cup and handle, you're going to come from the neckline to the end of the bowl, right? And then you're going to go off of the handle. And that puts Bitcoin well above its all-time high at hitting 19,000, basically 20,000. And if we extend it to that, a fib extension here that I have going, we're at 21,020 or $2,170. So that's Bitcoin, man. And it's really going parabolic yet again on another parabolic run. We can throw a curve on this as well, and you can see the parabolic curve that it's making. So it's bullish until it's not. I mean, until Bitcoin stops. Now, I'll also show you something that I was saying. Now, I've been watching the 3-day, which has a lot of weight. Now, the 3-day was supposed to have a cross. You can see it turned pink, white even here. But look what happened to the MACD. The MACD decided to kind of revert itself. It was flat, looked like it was curving down, but the MACD just reverted itself and pushed up. Very interesting. We go to the daily. The daily MACD just was on its way down for a bearish cross and just said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to get bullish yet again. Unbelievable. So now we have quite a scenario going here. Now, what are the altcoins going to do? We're going to look at dominance as well. Now, let me show you. If you were going to look at Bitcoin right off the jump, right, you would look at it on the daily. I'll show you exactly how I trade. The second I look at an asset, I'm going to start making support and resistance lines right off the bat, okay? I'm going to find out where it stopped and where it began. Now, these prices will come into play years later. It's insane. Like here, look, we got blocked. That's the same place we had an issue. And you'll just see that Bitcoin starts to do these, almost any asset actually, will respect these support and resistance lines. So before I even look at an asset, the first thing I do is I make some support and resistance lines. It's basic. I don't care how expert you are, the basics come into play. What happens is even if I'm in a scalp later on, this will come into play for me because what will happen is I'll be sitting deep in the charts and I'll know where I'll see a support and resistance line that will peak out, sometimes even in the 1 minute chart so I make it here. I make as many as I can here, kind of showing our support and resistance for Bitcoin. until it's somewhat irrelevant. I don't think we're going to go below these levels ever again, but you never know. So we'll take a look at what's going on here in the market now. So even the daily now, look at the daily RSI just made a curve up. We'd like to see the Stokes do the same. Daily Stokes still kind of hanging down, which kind of tells you something could be brewing. We're not sure. Bitcoin about to break all-time highs. Its all-time high, it's saying here on the chart, was about 19,800. So all we need is for Bitcoin to either A, get rejected by the all-time high, or to go all the way up to 19,800. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Let me pop up the chat, see what's going on. Okay. So now we have our support and resistance lines. So now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty here. And we're going to look at Bitcoin on multiple time frames. So the daily is looking bullish. We're about to have a MACD cross. That's telling me that we're going to probably skyrocket to some other high. If you just play the daily, you know, my system is always really just looking at the MACD here. Kind of a strange pattern, though. We'll go to the 1 hour and see how much it's spread out. So check it. You can see that we did come up with a double bottom, and then we broke up to the top of the pattern. Now we're at the top of this pattern as well, which was previous resistance as well to this double top. We're getting oversold as well on the RSI, and the MACD is a little extended. 4 hours telling me that we either have that one last push up, but we're not sure. Yes, I will definitely look at XRP. We look at XRP every day. Thank you so much, 100, for coming into the stream. Nice to see somebody new in the stream. We usually have a lot more people in the stream. Not sure where my crew is, where my gang is. Maybe people just waking up a little late on this Monday morning. But usually Monday morning, we're freaking flying. So we'll see what happens. Got more subscribers than ever, but then today the live stream is dull. It doesn't make any sense to me, but we'll go from there. All right. Every morning, if you come to me at 9:30, I'm here like an atomic clock, trading. I'm futures trading Bitcoin and making money thanks to your mentorship. Amazing, man. I really appreciate that. That means the world to me. That means the world to me. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on now. 1 hour is looking, 4 hour and the 1 hour. 1 hour just had a cross and actually shows some power. So we could get to that all-time high, says the 1 hour. 2 hours is kind of spent, and the 4 hours spent. But you know what? With the momentum, there's a chance that this just keeps rocking. When we zoom into the MACD, it has no confirmation of a curve yet. Looks like it could go all the way up to these levels. So MACD still could make a big move. Still bullish on Bitcoin at the moment. Okay, now we'll get into the 15-minute and the 1 minute just to see the health of the move. I'd like to see what the narrative is. And what I mean by that is, like, are we flagging? What's going on right at this level? And you can see if we zoom in here to the 1 minute chart, you're going to see that Bitcoin is starting to make a bit of a bull flag. Actually, it made a bull pennant that it broke out of. Again, I just keep drawing pennants and I play them until I can't play them anymore, until the trend changes. So right now the trend is in your favor. Shorting Bitcoin's not a good idea. I know you want to. I know it's your plan. Oh, it has to come down. But at the same time, not a good idea to short mighty Bitcoin at the moment. Now forming another flag here. See if with respect to this flag, if it does, it's going to break out of this flag and have a big move. Stochastics are turning down. RSI is pointing up. We see the MACD is curving. Could this 1 minute give way back to the bottom of the pattern, or is it going to go sideways and boom out? We'll know in a second. If it booms out, I would actually get into a futures trade at that point. Let's look at the 15-minute. 15 minutes going to roll back down, so I would wait literally about an hour, maybe less. And looks like there's going to be a beautiful play for Bitcoin to make its way back to that all-time high. You're going to see the stochastics come right down into this area here. Boom. MACD as well. Hopefully can reset on the 15-minute. Go somewhere here. Maybe the RSI and the MACD could reset. See what happens. And that would be a play for Bitcoin on the 15-minute. Wow, 15-minute is basically in a straight line. Unreal for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin looking healthy, in my opinion, right now. If you're in a trade, I would stay in it. I wouldn't be closing any longs right now for Bitcoin. Super important. We just watch this bull flag. As long as this bull flag holds, it will continue to go up. So just watch this level here on Bitcoin. Also, I told you it's crazy, but I looked at the 4 hour and I added a new indicator recently for Bitcoin called the hash ribbons. And someone actually made one specifically for Bitcoin. So I'm going to show you what it is. It's called the hash ribbons beats. And if you stay tuned towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you 10 coins to $10 million. That's right, 10 coins that I believe could make you $10 million. So this is called Hash Ribbons Backtest Bitcoin Beats. You know, they're a YouTube channel. I know they are, the Bitcoin Beat family. Now, what an amazing call here. If we go to the 1 hour, oh yeah, you have to change this one to a 22 on the settings. So go into the settings in the Bitcoin Beat on the hash ribbons here. Let me show you. You're going to go into your settings in the hash ribbons. You're going to change this to 22. Okay. And look, you can see we were given a buy signal right here at 16,984 for Bitcoin, and boom, it nailed it. It also gave us a buy signal. If we look, this thing is actually deadly accurate. Almost looks like you could just trade on this thing. It's pretty insane. It does slow down the chart a little bit. I'll be honest. I'm not sure why. I guess it's just a massive indicator. It takes a lot of RAM. But look, it gave you a long here at 13,260. It gave you a long here, okay, at about 11,000. All these longs, even this long here. So this long, you would have got hurt after that long, though. We did go down 1,000 points. So that long wasn't perfect. But it gave you the buy signal here, and it flashed another buy signal right here. I brought this up yesterday on the channel. Wanted you guys to kind of understand, get a different perspective of this. So Bitcoin is just absolutely flying now. If we look at that 1 minute, I'm sure it just broke out of that bull flag. And this is why you do watch the 1 minute. People say, oh, you can't get any information from the 1 minute, but that's just not true. The 1 minute can give you kind of the idea of what's happening, right? It can give you the what's happening right now. Now Bitcoin just continually erupting here. This is insane, this movement. This is absolutely insane movement. Absolutely insane movement. Thank you. So anyway, wow, the candle action here is insane. We're still moving up, Bitcoin booming. Looks like we're going to get all the way to an all-time high today. Maybe in the next 10 minutes. Like this is happening as we speak. What a rally for Bitcoin, guys. My God. Definitely happy I own more than 5 of these things. No, I'm just more, man. Bitcoin, man. Unbelievable day. Oh, wow. I just want to sit and watch this right now. This candle is going straight up to the moon, dude. This is absolutely insanity. Would have been an easy futures play. Wish I wasn't streaming right now and I was just sitting playing futures, doing what I love. I don't see us getting rejected, man. I see us going to all-time highs. And once we break that, there's a chance we just never stop. I mean, there's going to have to be a pullback, but when? Like, I'm just fascinated. I guess we had the pullback. 16K was what we got. That was it. Came back down. Wow, Bitcoin, 19,650. I guess the market opened and people just were like, what? Is that the sell-off right there? There's our first red candle in a couple minutes. Some people decided, hey, I'm going to take profits at 19,600. Just seems to be the case, right? So if you're new to the channel, we help experts. We help beginners. If you're new into Bitcoin, if you're not sure what to do, we consult you as well. If you need consulting on what coins to buy, what I do is I kind of go through all the coins. I go through their fundamentals. I go through the team. I find coins that I find are really going to make an impact on the world and your wallet and get you into accumulating them at the right place. All right, so a little hell here with Bitcoin battling at 19,600, okay? What a move, man. I tell you, is that the high to sell? Like, was that the place to sell your Bitcoins, or are we going higher? Only time will tell on this 1 minute chart. Looks like we're definitely going higher. Look at that wick, just bought us bracket, and now we're about to break this movement. I'm telling you right now, that green line right there is the all-time high. We go back to the daily. That is the all-time high right there, where the price, the highest the price ever went for Bitcoin. Unbelievable. We're watching history right now on the channel. Bitcoin will break 19,000. So this high it said was 19,808. That was the true high of Bitcoin. We're going to go to it today. And we're going to cross it right now. We're going to see Bitcoin break its all-time high live on the stream, if you can believe it. If you can absolutely believe it, because I can, and it's unreal. We've been waiting for this day for a long, long time. I sat through a bear market accumulating as much Bitcoin as I could over and over and over again. This is just a strange pattern. We never see Bitcoin kind of, usually it coils through here on the daily. It makes some type of pattern, right? Now it's just absolutely flying. Look at this, 19,700, man. Ever since I woke up, Bitcoin was just at 18,007. So it's about, there it goes. Here it comes, breaking all-time highs, folks. We're going to see it together. Are you ready, guys? Here's the countdown. Bitcoin to all-time highs. I cannot believe this. This is so serious. Bitcoin is $50 away from breaking its all-time high. Unbelievable. People's accounts are off the chains right now. If you were into Bitcoin, my goodness. My goodness. This is insanity. Well, we got rejected. We got rejected at that all-time high. Look at, there we go. There's the wick up. Beat through that wick, guys. Come on. Is that really going to be it? And then we have our pullback into the CME gap. Is that what they're going to do to us? No, we're going to break that all-time high. Come on. They're going to say Bitcoin could not get past 19,700. And there's the sell-off, right? I mean, it has to be a big sell-off after that. That is somewhat of a blow-off top. Even if you look at it on this, that's parabolic blow-off top on the 1 minute. Really is no place for recovery from that. That's a sell-off, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that, if you're in a futures trade, I don't know, man. Wow, but there's the wick. The wick of buying, that wick is serious. Wicks tell you people want it. I'm telling you right now, people who aren't in Bitcoin are just deciding to jump in. They're just saying, you know what? I'm going to jump in, man. I'm going to jump in. Hold on one second. I was trying to get someone in the stream today, and I want to see if they showed up because I don't see them in there. And to me, it's like, dude. Wow. Unbelievable. Funny. Yo, we're going to go to all-time highs. There it is. I look away. There it is. We're going. All-time high. All-time high. We just need to break it, guys. We just need to break it. All-time high, guys. New all-time high just made on Bitstamp. So Bitstamp hit the all-time high. So we can say that Bitcoin already hit its all-time high, man. There it is. There it is. It happened. I didn't see it yet on Binance. I want to see it on Binance, USDT TRED. But you know what? It's already hit its all-time high if we're looking at Binance futures. The futures are always pushed up higher, so there's definitely a chance that the futures are up even higher right now. Unbelievable. Times are changing. Times are changing. That's the biggest red candle we've seen since down here in the beginning of this. Oh, there's the wick. Can we wick up? I want to see us just wick back up, guys. Check out the market sentiment for Bitcoin. Trying to keep the show on track right now, but it's just like to not watch this all-time high happen in real time is just, wow. Wow. Now we see ETH is up 31% if you got into ETH up. Litecoin up. Lend is up. DOT up. Bitcoin up. Link up. All the up tokens, people just played them. Instead of playing the regular tokens, people play them. You know what? It makes me realize it's not good, those up tokens, because they take a lot of volume out of the actual asset and just send them to strange pegged assets to the exchange. Boss, you think FRP breaks the bull flag on the daily chart? So there we go, man. Bitcoin will not hit its all-time high. It's going to top out right there. And then we're going to say this is a double top possibly. If we get to the daily now, Do we see the bearish divergence? That's what we're going to look for. That's when you should always sell on bearish divergence, okay? So we're going to find that for you guys right now, and we do see it. We do see it. Unless Bitcoin continues higher and pushes that RSI up, which we can't see right now, but inside that candle, we can see that we had a fall through. Might be a nice time to short Bitcoin down a little bit. The daily, though, the daily MACD still says that we have room to move. And stochastics are just turning up. This isn't, I don't know if this is over, honestly. I got to give it some weight. This move had some serious weight. Now, trying to see the blue line there. So the blue line still hasn't even crossed the red line, which is insane. And we already had this type of price movement. I'm telling you, man, but we do see bearish divergence. That's a swing up to swing up, but we have swing down to swing down. So was the momentum of the MACD only inside of the pink? Are we not going to get across? It's very interesting. Any updates on Nano, man? Come on, man. I'll give you Nano every day if you come here, Sergio Mocano. But, dude, don't be all in on one coin, man. Do whatever you want, honestly. Whatever you do, you're going to make money in this market. I don't care what you do. You're going to make money. Lend, everything just following Bitcoin on that huge pump. Lend going all the way up to 77 and moving. See if this has a buy signal too. Daily on all these look amazing. Look like we're about to rip. So let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. What is dominance doing? Is Bitcoin rips. Okay. So dominance came back down, had a big pop right now. The dominance on the daily looks like we're about to have a big move. Almost looks like Bitcoin's about to rip to 22,000 or something like that, because the daily has room to move. The daily has room to move. Now we have a cross here on the 3-day on dominance. So hopefully this could bring dominance down. But dominance still fighting. Let's look at the 1 hour for dominance. It's made some big moves. Let's look at the bigger pattern that dominance was in, okay? So dominance was in this giant bull, a cumulative bull for an altcoin or something like that. So you can see that it's starting to move up. What up, Marafro? What's going on? So this comes up, came back down, came back maybe to retest the bull. Could I extend my bull? Something like this. There's a chance. So it came back to the bottom of the bull here. It double bottomed. This could boom up. Is that good for altcoins? See, we're in this place now where we need to see what happens to this market sentiment. It needs to change. Eventually, we're going to see Bitcoin and altcoins all rising together. We don't want to see things kind of chopped up. But as the beginning of the market cycle happens, you're going to see Bitcoin kind of playing games with other coins. It's going to go up while other coins go down. But then eventually they move together. Eventually the whole market seems to be happy, seems to want to move together. Let's look at what happened on the 1 minute, okay? Looks like we're going to form a bit of a flag here before we decide to get out. We don't know, though. Let's see it. Is it going to be a head and shoulders? Could we call this a head and shoulders? It's not a beautiful head and shoulder, but is it possible? This is a shoulder, here's a head, and it's now forming a right shoulder, and it's going to come back down from the bottom of the head. It's the ugliest head and shoulders I've ever seen, so there's no guarantee that this is what I'm seeing. Something like this, but could Bitcoin just come right back down to 19,100? Are we going back down to the gap? You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, has been moving mostly in the same direction as the stock market. Even if Bitcoin moves up a little bit more, even to the 24 range, we're going down. I think we are underestimating the DX. Gold is low, which is putting pressure on the DXY to go up, which in turn makes the stock market dump. I disagree with you, and we're going to get into why I disagree with you, and I'm going to show you some statistics that actually kind of are very contrary to your belief, but I also am open-minded to what you're saying, and it could be possible. So I'm not going to shut you down there, Marafro. I am going to kind of balance the charts on you, and we're going to see what we're talking about here. Now, if Bitcoin just keeps breaking down, that was it. That was it. It was its attempt to get to that all-time high. We do see the CME gap. We do see people kind of flocking into Bitcoin. A lot of people probably jumped in the last few minutes. I don't know if that's a good case. I'll be honest with you. I sold Bitcoin around 17,200. One of them, just one. It was a little early. Look, I missed out on $2,500. I'm a little upset. I almost wanted to buy back in, but that would ruin all the Bitcoin that I purchased. I'm still waiting on this gap to close, and I'm still waiting for somewhat of a retracement. I will check XRP, man, but we do, every morning we do Bitcoin dominance, and then we do Tether dominance as well, and then we get into the altcoins. If it's pumping, then it's pumping. You know, It's gonna follow Bitcoin somewhat, in my opinion. But honestly, XRP has the flare token, so we all know it's gonna pump. That's the idea. Is people are gonna want to get the flare token for free? People are gonna pump XRP. We'll get into XRP right after we get into the dollar index. So look at the dollar index. Dollar is starting to kind of make a bit of a move. You're right. If we look at the 1 minute, it's kind of strong. But the daily for the dollar is still down to me. We are getting oversold, but I haven't seen the blue line curve yet. I really haven't seen, a complete reversal. We've been on a downtrend for the dollar. Look at this. The dollar has just been in a complete downtrend. It has some spike ups, but if you can see this channel, it's just on the downtrend, and it's at the top of the channel. Okay. I never would purchase anything at the top of the channel because it usually is on its way down. So I see more downside for the dollar. I call the dollar down to 88 from this 91.56 level before it even begins to retrace. I see the dollar collapsing all the way back down to either this support level at 90.36 or this support level at 80.38. Yeah, I think even short term it's dumping. Then it might spike back up at the bottom of the pattern, but this thing is just, they're printing too much of it. If we look at the 3-day and we take a look at the dollar as well, and we look at its bigger time frame here, you can see it's in an even bigger downtrend. Okay, that started down here. So in my opinion, the dollar is just in this horrible, horrible wedge. And look, that gives you even more downside from my little wedge that I just drew. Kind of omitting this down period here and lining up these three. I like these three the most. And so when I look at the dollar, man, look at that. Okay, there's always a channel, and it looks like we're going to come back down to the bottom of this channel. Put the dollar at 57. So yeah, bad news, man. Shout out to Wrench, Theo, my man. How's everything going? And let's get into XRP, since Lewis has asked numerous times, and I don't want him to go through the computer and smack me up. But XRP pumping huge. Definitely. I put a large amount on XRP last night, knowing that the flare token should pump XRP. Now people sell out of Bitcoin and they looking for cheaper coins. So a lot of people just made a boatload. They made a boatload on futures. They made a boatload, and I think they're going to take that money and they're going to put it into altcoins. I see XRP breaking out of this gigantic bull flag, as you can see, and going all the way up to a target of $1. So XRP hitting $1. When? We're not exactly sure, but I think it's possible before the new year is over, before we get to 2021. Very, very good chance we could see XRP pumping all the way back up to $1. Very good structure that it made. Made a 3 hills here, came back down, found support and resistance on the same level. Look, what I love about this was, look, resistance, resistance, resistance became new support. 46 was strong, very, very strong. So why is XRP flat? It's not flat. Yo, who is this? This guy C Dollars, man. He asked the strangest questions, bro. XRP is just pumped in the last few minutes, like unbelievable. And he asking why it's flat. I'm very confused. I honestly think XRP will just follow that pump though, of the Bitcoin. I think I'm still predicting a Bitcoin drop, a very big Bitcoin drop that's going to take all the altcoins down as well and give us the best buying opportunity one last time to get all these coins where we want them. So XRP, man, making a pump. I don't know who C Dollars is. Why is XRP flat? And honestly, how could something be flat when in the last 2 weeks it's gone? Like, look at it. It was sitting here at 31 cents. So you're telling me that to go up 109% in 9 days is flat? Like, what kind of? I don't know, man. Strange behavior, honestly. Strange behavior. So this is flat because it went up 109% in 9 days. That's flat, right? Because it went all the way to 80 and had to actually do a healthy retracement before it would make its way back up to find support, because that's the best thing it could have done. Resistance, resistance, resistance came right back down to previous support. So now you get up. Now you say, well, where are we going now? Well, we have resistance here at 57, and then we have support, and then we have resistance here where we couldn't make it through at this 78 region. That was the USDT pair. It was bigger than that in the USD pair. So I think the dollar is going to keep falling, giving more credence to Bitcoin moving up. I also show you that the XRP, I think, you know what, if we don't break this level here, So we're going to come up here. This is our first level of resistance of these three pillars. See? We have 1, 2, 3 mountaintops there. So we're going to have to get past 70. Then if we can get past 70 at 75, and then we get past 80, and we're on our way to $1. We should gap up pretty easily. When I look to the past, there wasn't a lot of resistance from 80 to $1. So we should gap up pretty nicely. XRP doing well. Actually beginning to pump, doing its thing. So shout out to Luis Estrada watching XRP. Let's look at it on the 1 minute to see the health of a move. So it came up hard with Bitcoin, got rejected, but now it's moving back up again. Makes me think Bitcoin's doing the same thing. I think Bitcoin's just going to keep doing this. Are we going to come up and down? Now you form your structure. You have MACD turning. Looks like this thing is about to erupt. So Bitcoin, man, what a day for Bitcoin. This is historic. Yeah, 19,655. It just made a bounce off this place at 19,487. Decided, okay, where are we going to find support? We'll use some support at this top candle here. Interesting. I really don't. And look, now it's formed in, that's a head and shoulder pattern, inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Those break to the upside, man. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Basically take your neckline to the shoulder. Boom. Bring that to the other shoulder. That puts us basically right back to where we were. Bitcoin wants this all-time high. Should come back down here. Oh, but we're getting a cross right now on the 1 minute. And is that coinciding with the 15-minute Stokes? No, but there was your, see, these are beautiful entries here. This is what I teach all the time. You want to get into the trade on the 15-minute where the blue line's curving and the pink's entering. And you also want to make sure that blue line is the same blue line on the 1 minute, okay? And if the Stokes are both low on the 15 and the 1 minute, dude, you can ride this up like you wouldn't believe. 7% gains at 30x leverage, that's going to be a 210% gain for me. So, because I'm always trading 34x leverage on that. Unbelievable trade. That was actually probably the best trade we've been given in the last month, 2 months on a leverage trade. So I hope you took it. I hope you're doing well. And now look, Bitcoin breaks up above. Doesn't even want to come back down into the pattern. It just wants to come up, do a double top, and then break right out again. Bitcoin's going to make this all-time high. We're going to 20,000 today. ITHUF to the moon. Hilarious. Hilarious. Why wouldn't you just be in Bitcoin, though? Like, and make a killing with 20x leverage. You know what I'm saying? All right, and here we go. All-time highs. We're about to do it, guys. One. Here it comes. There's no way we double top out here. After that, we don't get rejected not to break through this all-time high. Level. Come on, Bitcoin. The market makers are done. Everyone who wants to take their money, they're just like, you know what? Let's just let it rip. Shout out to Jesse B. Shout out to Mohit Singla, Moreau Fro, Theo Wrench, C Dollars, Louis Estrada, Sergu Monkanu, Ross Bush, everyone here. This person, 100. Everybody on the live stream, really, really appreciate it. Not uni sushi. I didn't say either, though. Interesting. Who said uni or sushi? I'm in XRP rather than Bitcoin because it's cheaper. Yeah, but it didn't go up as much, man. And don't always do that. That's a bad strategy. I got taught out of that strategy a long time ago. I'm not saying it is a good strategy. I mean, you're right. I know what you're saying. But not on any given day. Like, don't not buy something because it's high. Bitcoin was at $3,000 years ago. It was a great purchase, you know. And honestly, holding Bitcoin is way better than holding altcoins in a 3-year period. You lose way more money holding altcoins. But I agree. Like, let's do the math. Is XRP going to go to $1.20 before Bitcoin hits 40K? I believe so. So I think you're right on that, you know. XRP's falling Bitcoin. You have to realize that, though. If Bitcoin decides to fall down, it's going to take XRP down, too. Check Uni, Sushi, and OMT. And now we're just going to see an eruption in the altcoins. Damn, man. Bitcoin having some trouble now. There's a big wick, though. So now we can change the pattern. It's doing this. It's making a bull flag here. See this? It's making this type of bull flag. Hopefully something like that. This is a beautiful pennant, honestly. It's a beautiful bull pennant. Where are we going? Bitcoin, man. Let's take a look at sushi and uni. XRP at 66 now and pumping. But look at that, man. Look at that sell-off. See? It's doing exactly what Bitcoin is doing. So it's not independent of Bitcoin at the moment. Sad to say. Maybe the BTC pair might be helping you out. Let's take a look at Ripple BTC. See, now it's coming to where you really want to be in BTC pairs, because you want to make sure whatever pair you're in is beating Bitcoin. You know, it's important. So now we look at XRP is up. But you're, see, it didn't do as good against Bitcoin as it's doing on the USDT markets because the dollar's tanking. Remember that too. So that's going to help the USDT pairs. You're going to make more money maybe on USDT pairs than Bitcoin pairs because the dollar's going down. And if you're pegged to the dollar on your pair, it's only going to make you more money, right? Then if Bitcoin's booming and you're trying to boom, then you got to move at the same speed of Bitcoin to be able to stay in the game. Let's take a look at the tether dominance and make sure it's still falling. So tether dominance completing the fall, but look, it's got a bit of a double bottom here. Also, the stochastics are turning. 1 minute says we want to stop. We're very, very oversold as well in the 4 hour. Looks like we could have some more downtime, but it's possible that we start to come out of this. Now, if tether dominance starts to spike, what does that mean? It means people are going to sell out of Bitcoin and take some profits. So I'm in it. Can you check Uni, Sushi, and ONT? Good for you, Mo. I wonder who got you into it. I wish I had a friend that sat there and begged me to buy things that went up every day until I finally did it. Jesus. I wonder what that's like. And then get yelled at for it and made fun of and ridiculed, actually, too, on top of it. Not by you, but by other people. So this is an inverted head and shoulders sitting here on sushi. This is about to rip, guys. Pure and simple. Just play the head and shoulder pattern and take your money. Looks like sushi will come back up to $1.81 from $1.53. Sushi making big moves. A lot of news on sushi and a lot of people talking about sushi. I bought sushi a while back around 80 cents on Uniswap, and I've been holding it ever since. Just kind of keeping it in the repertoire. 18.5%. Cost of a coin is irrelevant. Your investment amount is an absolute number, and percentage gains is the metric to look at. Yeah, like, I just want him to know that. Like, don't be afraid of something because it's small or big, you know? A $300 coin, a $300 investment or asset can go up to $600 before a 60 cent goes to 120. That can happen. Now, you're talking about Bitcoin. Now, Mo, the only thing is, though, when we compare altcoins to Bitcoin, like, let's take Zilliqua at 3 cents. The odds of Zilliqua going to 6 cents before Bitcoin goes to 40K are extremely high. So if you put 10K in Zilliqua, you're probably going to make 20K before you make 20K in Bitcoin. And that's just kind of how these altcoins work because they're smaller. They have a smaller market cap. Smaller market cap, easier to make money. That's why we look for gems and we look for $10 million market caps. Okay. So we've gone over Bitcoin dominance. We've gone over USDT dominance. We've gone over Bitcoin. We've gone over the dollar index. We kind of did the world vision here. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial. Is it pumping today as well? I could only assume that it has to be because it seems like a big day for everybody. Wow, the Dow down 283 points as Bitcoin pumps. The Dow double topping here. I got bearish news for the Dow, guys. Wow, Bitcoin decouples from the Dow. That should be the head of my story, man. The Dow down while Bitcoin is up bangingly. I'm telling you, this is what I was waiting for. And there's a chance that these start to collapse. The whole entire stock market. I am out of the stock market. Okay, I don't own anything in the stock market. I'm 100% invested in cryptocurrency. Everything, my entire net worth is in cryptocurrency without a thought. Okay, and it's because I studied the monetary system. I studied gold and silver. I studied fiat currencies through the last 2,000 years. I've seen that no fiat currency lasted more than a few hundred years, to say the least. They all were printed to zero. And it's due to the government ignorance, and they don't know how to run the economy properly. And they're doing the same thing they did years ago to other economies. I don't understand why they haven't learned from history at all. Maybe we did with the Great Reset. There's a chance that we're going to have a reset. But look at this. Double topping. Bearish tones in the 4 hour. Bearish tones in the daily. Daily wants to come down really bad. So we're having a cross here in the daily. Bearish tones in the 3 day. 3 days curving down already. RSI's was oversold, came down. Stokes are even turning down. So I'm giving you a stark warning right now to get out of your stocks. I'm telling you right now, if you listen to me and I told you to get into Bitcoin and I was right, the stock market is about to collapse by 10%. We're going to see it go all the way down to 26,955. Could also be coinciding with Bitcoin's retracement, and it could just be a dark period. Could be a dark December, man. I hate to say this, but I'm telling you right now, look, every time we hit this trend line, we came down. Number one, we hit it here, down. We hit it here, down. We hit it here, down. We're hitting it here again. This is also a rising wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the downside. Now, I called this for you guys way back when I told you the Dow was about to retrace and go to 18, 15K. I was 100% right. I nailed that. If you don't believe me, I have the call on my YouTube channel where I explain that the Dow was basically collapsing. And when I say, you know what? So you should heed my warning. I read these charts really well. And yeah, just heed my warning, man. Heed my warning. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if the stocks are where you want to be, honestly. So that's it. I hate to say it, and I'm sorry if that throws you off, but I would be taking profits on my stocks right now. I wouldn't be trusting the stock market at all. At all. They're just printing money like you read about, man. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about anybody. They only care about their greedy selves. So be careful, man. Crypto is made by a new space. As you can see, like, even look at the SEC. Yeah, Bitcoin is making a move. What are you, late to the party, man? Going to play short stock market? Yeah, I mean, I already have a short open on it. I've been long-term just putting it into the SPXU, basically dollar cost averaging into shorting the S&P. And to me, I mean, that's the smartest thing you can do right now is to DCA into shorting the S&P. That way you're not stuck in a bad position. You can keep adding to it, and it's only a matter of time till that money's going to come to fruition, man. You know? Look, proof one man predicted the crash right here. And it was me. Who was that one man? It was me. Crazy, right? But I predicted the crash in the stock market in March. Something that I've been working on for a long time. I basically called this Dow drop before I even knew about the coronavirus. On January 9th, I was showing you these guys. And I did this on multiple videos, short, but this is the video that S&P is really where I call it. I was showing someone this the other day. If this doesn't kind of get you a little freaked out. If I go to the weekly here and I look at the Dow Jones, this is January of 1999, okay? This was the dot-com bubble, when the dot-com bubble burst. And we lost about 32% of the Dow right here, okay? Then we reset. E-Trade. It was 2003, 2001, right, area. And we began to grow our economy again. And things started to balance up. And we had the manipulating, we had quantitative easing, and we had the Fed interest rates. And we raised up. And here is the worst financial collapse since the Depression, right? Technically, right? The '08 collapse. Boom. The Dow lost 56% of its value, okay? So here is the dot-com bubble. Here's the '08 crash. Here we are now. If that, and everyone said Bitcoin's going parabolic. When the chart of Bitcoin was like this, every analysis on CNBC or NSNBC or Bloomberg was saying, this is unrealistic. This is a bubble. You can't have this anymore. Yeah, so they called Bitcoin a bubble. Remember, when Bitcoin went like this, they called Bitcoin a bubble. But now they're not calling the Dow a bubble. We have in the U.S. stock market. I mean, it's if you don't see a vertical parabolic move here, it's insane. So you can just see. Yeah, see, I don't have margin capability because I keep all my money quantitative easing is doing. I don't leave it with a stupid broker, man. Right here. I'm breaking it down for you right here. I'm going to say one thing that might hurt some feelings, and I usually don't swear. Fuck a broker, yo. Still clear. So people, because a lot of fuck a broker, bro. He's not taking a dime of my money. People think I'm reading conspiracy books and I'm just getting deep into stuff. No, like, I'm looking at the facts. I'm actually spending a lot of time analyzing what's actually happening. Here's another day, January 18th, where I'm showing you the Dow yet again. Did something similar. This is getting to be a vertical line here with the Dow Jones. So again, I don't know if I showed you guys this on my other stream weekly, you know. So it took, this is from 2000, you have from printing money. Yeah, so it's kind of scary for me to think about because it's just a bit absurd. Here I am. This in 10 years, we did this in years here. I can show you. This is the, again, I don't know if I showed you guys this. Here's another day, January 18th. No, like, I'm looking at the facts. I'm actually spending a lot of time analyzing what's actually happening. I'm looking at the facts. Crystal clear. So because a lot of people think I'm reading conspiracy books and I'm just getting deep into stuff. No, like, I'm looking at the facts. I'm actually spending a lot of time analyzing what's actually happening. I eventually pull a Fibonacci and look at the line that the and like come up with about 61%, 61.8% actually, and that's why they use the 61.8% Fibonacci level as a nice what's called golden pocket. See this pocket here? So that could mean that the Dow could return back, and this would be completely healthy to here to 618, which putting the Dow at 15,000. Now the Dow will go to 18,000, but it was obviously apparent to me that we were going to retrace there. It was, I made it really clear to everybody. So my whole thing is, you know, the charts tell you what's happening, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you want to, you know, your emotions, whatever you want. And here we go, man. The Dow's going to retrace again back to 18,000. Could be a double bottom. I don't know. It's going to be scary. I'm not too happy about it. I don't want the Dow to collapse because it's not going to be good for Bitcoin as well and for cryptocurrencies. But they are decoupling at this point, and I think enough people will run out of the stock market and into cryptocurrency. So, hey, man, you can do what you want, but I just gave you guys a warning. If you're in multiple stocks in the stock market, this is a warning. I gave a warning before when we were here on my channel in March. Before the drop, I kept telling everybody, I said, it doesn't look healthy. This looks like we could have a retracement down to the 618. I thought we would hit the 618. We instead just stopped here in the point at the 0.5 fib. But I'm telling you, even if we come to the 0.5 fib like we did last time, $18,000 Dow. And that's a bigger retracement because we're a little higher than we were before. I got to warn you guys. Just like I tell you about Bitcoin, I got to warn you. Don't think it's all good. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. You'll be in multiple positions. You'll wake up one morning down $100,000 or more. Trust me. Scale out. Take your money. This isn't a game that you want to start playing long term. The Dow is at its end. It's at its end, my friends. Okay? Now, Bitcoin making basically a bull pennant, in my opinion. Extremely bullish. This is where you could enter a Bitcoin long. Would like to see the stochastics come back down. So you'd wait another 20 minutes, 15 minutes. This will coil up, hopefully come back down into here. And that's going to be where the 1 minute and the 15-minute Stokes are going to be locked in for a sick leverage trade. So I'm still bullish on Bitcoin right now at 19,671. Amazing, man. Amazing. This is insane. So amazing. Okay. Now, there's a lot of cool news going on today, too, for Bitcoin, okay? And there's a lot going on. PayPal now is letting all merchants, right, deal with cryptocurrency. Now, I wanted to also talk about how the U.S. regulatory department is running Ripple out of the country. Yeah, they really are, honestly. And I got a video about it. I'm going to do a video later on today. It's nonsense. So, yeah. So, JP Morgan analysts foreshadow further Bitcoin declines. Analysts at JP Morgan cite regulatory concerns and profit taking for the recent sell-off. They also said there's room for further down movements driven by momentum traders. The analysis stated that Grayscale would play a prominent role in Bitcoin's continued rise or fall. For the context, Bitcoin price started off last week with a significant increase, arriving at the high of 19,400. They probably wrote this before we boomed up this morning. Guess the Black Friday Bitcoin sale is officially over. Hope you stocked up. Barry Silbert, right? According to an article in Bloomberg, the primary cause of the slump were profit taking. Concerned about new regulations in the unwinding of Bitcoin futures. Come on, man. The daily was overextended and so was the 3-day. Like, it's really just a chart, man. They try to make up excuses and they try to tell you guys stuff. But if you're a technical analyst, you can just see it's in the charts, man. It happens. For being in crypto, the increase is likely a retracement rather than the beginning of a new uptrend trend. Although Bitcoin has bounced back from precipitous price losses during the Thanksgiving holiday, analysts from JP Morgan Chase are forecast further declines. Net assets. A failure by a Grayscale trust to receive additional inflows over the coming weeks would also cast a doubt to the idea that institutional investors such as family offices have embarked on a trend of embrace. They really have, though, guys, man. It's a little late. It's a little late. Chainlink falls, putting bullish structure in doubt. Bitcoin recovery. Whoever writes these articles, is it this guy with the glasses? I don't know. Some of these people are the worst. Colin Adams, researcher, content marketer with a key interest in future of money. His writing has been featured. And his holdings don't amount to more than a handful of BAT. So this guy only owns a handful of BAT, and he's going to talk about what a freaking loser. Yo, I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to be negative, but dude, he owns a handful of BAT. Yo, I'm going to rip this guy on Twitter, bro. I'm going to rip him on LinkedIn right now. What a loser, bro. Writing garbage articles. He has no idea what he's talking about. That guy's getting a message from me today on LinkedIn like you wouldn't believe. I'm going to tell him to put his money where his mouth is, stop running his mouth, sell his little handful of BAT and get lost, man. Jesus. Sorry, I'm getting crazy right now. But, dude, for him to actually start talking ish on Bitcoin when it's in a bull pennant about to break all-time highs, it basically did break an all-time high on certain exchanges. It did. Look, 19,850. We broke all-time highs. Right here, 19,850. We broke the all-time high. We broke it. We broke it. So there you go. Bitcoin hit all-time highs. It's over, man. These guys make these funny articles. After I read them, I call them the pundits because to me it's hilarious. Bitcoin, last line of defense before all-time high as it hits 19,300. The price of Bitcoin surpassed 19,300 once again after dropping as low as 16,200 on November 26, following Bitcoin's surprising intraday rally. There was convincing arguments for both bearish and bullish short-term projections for Bitcoin, most notably when Bitcoin dropped to 16,200. It broke out of the recent parabola. This meant that Bitcoin was at risk of either a large correction or beginning a new uptrend. So far, basically on the strength of Bitcoin's upward movement, market trends show that it could be a new parabolic rally. What happens when Bitcoin breaks 19,004? There are two scenarios. In the short term, first, it breaks 19,400 and heads towards the all-time high to test the 20,000. Second, it rejects 19,400 and it ranges near those areas. I hate to say it, but Bitcoin is literally at its last line of defense before making all-time highs. And why it rose so quickly? The primary reason is the large-scale short squeeze prior to the rally. He's true on that. A lot of people shorting Bitcoin, and then when they have to sell in, they get scared. They're the ones that propel the price of Bitcoin back up. Looks like Bitcoin's even forming a double bottom. Look, double bottom here, double bottom on the stochastics, double bottom on the RSI. Bullish signs here for Bitcoin. See what's going on with the chat. Shout out to Jesse B. SXP short, yeah. What app? Yeah. Some ETFs leverage short have and trade on New York Stock Exchange. Otherwise, you can short through your broker, Crypto Life or Lewis J. When do you think Bitcoin will retrace back? After today's push, do you think there will be a slight retracement? Honestly, man, I honestly do think there's a slight retracement, but I was calling for a retracement way before this. I didn't think we were going to get to the all-time high. I thought they were just trapping us at 18.4 to make people run in. And then you'd wake up the next morning with half your account depleted. You know, they've been doing that to me, literally. Not to me, but I've seen it happen to me too many times till I realized not to do it anymore. So now it had me cautious. And then I got caught holding one Bitcoin out of this run. I did lose $2,500. I'll be honest to the rest of you guys because I sold at 17,002 and maybe there was no reason to. I am going to eventually put that money into an altcoin or two. So there may be a chance that I just make that money back up on the even, Steven. Look at DOT. Let's take a look at DOT right now, okay? Acting kind of strange. So DOT, boomed up, boomed down, boomed up. Strange, but it is in a new uptrend. Kind of bouncing. I think it could come back down to the trend line one more time at 515. The 12 hour is very bullish. The daily is very bullish. 4 hour is kind of coming down. So it looks like we could come back down here only to keep it moving, break out of the pattern. But DOT is forming a funny pattern. It did form, look, somewhat of a head and shoulder pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Kind of a messy, complex head and shoulder. Came back down, formed a double bottom, bounced off the double bottom, but hit the top of the trend line and resistance right here. So it hit resistance. See it? Boom, right there is resistance. There it was resistance. I think it will come back down, but I think it's going to form new support somewhere in this region here. Either here or here. DOT 493. So I still think you're going to be able to get DOT below $5 a couple more times. It's slow moving big cap. Slow moving big cap, you know. Now, I said 10 coins to 10 million. You guys waited to the end. You waited to the end. Stream's going really well. We're at 9:30, about an hour into the stream, and we might as well get into the 10 coins that I think are going to make you a multimillionaire, okay? Thank you for teaching me your leverage trading system. I am using the information you taught me in our last session. Your method definitely works. Thank you. No, it does. It's proven to work. It's clockwork. If you just got into that last one, you should have made a ton. Should have made 210%. My system should have rendered any of my students 210% in the last hour and a half. Simple. All you had to do is do exactly what I tell you to do. Open it up. Like, let me show you. This is how exactly what you would have done. Let's look at Bitcoin. So you take a look at Bitcoin. You woke up this morning. Hopefully you woke up at 6 a.m. You got into the 1 minute. Okay. Like I teach. Started looking at Bitcoin. All right. You saw a little bit of a tank. And you saw that it wasn't oversold, but it got close to oversold here. You zoomed in like I tell you. You saw your first bottom where the RSI hit the dotted line. You knew everyone thought they got in on the hot wick and they were the best, but you knew there's always two. There's always another time. So you did your voodoo like I teach you. And you did this. And when you locked in that hill, boom, you got into either this red candle or this green candle. You locked in your position. You put your stop loss right here at 2%, 1%, 0.5%, because I taught you how to nail the bottoms where you won't get your stops topped out. And then you rode this. And I tell you to use $100 to $150, and I tell you to use 34x leverage. So you would have rode this trade, okay, with $3,400. All right, and you would have made with $100, okay, you would have 3,400. And if you were smart enough to sell somewhere near the top or close to the top, which is kind of what you should be doing, in my opinion, if you were smart enough to do that, then you cleaned up, man. Let's see how much you would have made, because you would have had, if you would have put in, and honestly, because you saw the Bitcoin pump and all the hype, maybe you put in 150. Let's say you put $150 into the trade. And you went in off my what I teach. Also, if we go to the 15-minute, you're going to see that Stoke was also low for you. So you had a perfect entry. These are the entries you look for. I teach this, and we go over it over and over again. If you want to take a leverage trading boot camp with me, in 1 hour, I will turn you into a leverage trading genie, man. You will be a boss of all bosses. Unbelievable. And now there's the dump. Bitcoin begins to dump. All-time high, and then we come back down. Which I thought we were going to basically double top at the all-time high and then continue to go down, you know. Anyway, so back to what I was teaching you guys. So you would have got in here. We show up the calculator. If you went in for 150 and I do 34 of leverage, they would have given you five grand, and you would have made 8%. Okay. And you would have made $408 off of the $150. In that trade, and it would have taken you let's say 5 hours. Okay, so it taken you 5 hours. It would have been a long leverage trade. I probably would have gotten out around here, I'll be honest, and then waited for this bull pennant, and then got back in at the bottom of the pennant, rode it back up, sold here, waited for the pennant. I would have maybe bought here, and then I would have been stopped out for a tiny loss. And that's why you do what I do. You always just get into the bottom of the pattern. Because if it breaks through the pattern, it negates the trade, takes away from the bullish sentiment, and it's not what it is anymore. You can see this. This is a bit of a head and shoulder pattern. We see that we have our left shoulder, our head, and then our right shoulder. And we're going to, that's going to do its thing. Big wick action. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin now. I was predicting that we would probably, I didn't think we were going to go to all-time highs, honestly. But all the experts said there was two scenarios, honestly. There's the scenario that we would go all the way up, double top ourselves out here like we did, and then come back down. So we double top at the all-time high, But we did. In my opinion, we broke the all-time high. We really did. So yeah, I teach that regularly, and maybe you would have gotten. I might even double down into that trade, you know, because it was going so well. So that was a big time trade. Pretty simple to make from my system that I teach. So, yeah. And there you go, man. Read the previous message. Check your Telegram. Read the previous message. Check your Telegram. Okay. Okay. Nice. Let's see here. I'll check it. No worries, Abzilla. I see your PayPal. We'll get into that. I'll check out what's going on there. Okay. No, I love Token Metrics, man. Token Metrics is amazing. It costs $20 a month, but it should be really. Say it's unbelievable. I don't sell Bitcoin to the end of this run. Yeah, but you know what? One Bitcoin could give you more money, man. That's all I'm saying, you know. Oh, Joe, you told me to check my DM, so I'm in there. All right. So we can see Joe use my system right now. Look, 46, Bitcoin US cross, 33, 20%. So look, he cleaned 20% on the trade right here using my system. Unreal. He went in at 18, I can't see what his mark, 19,874, and he got out, or he got in at 19,750, and he got out at 18,9. Wow, he played close to the bone. And boom. My starting wallet was 237, and he ended with 429. The guy made 100% damn near using my system. So there you go, man. I really back tested it like a beast, man. I know it works. I know it works really well. I know it works really well. All right, so now I'm going to get into the 10 coins that'll make you a millionaire. So check it out. Check it out. Looks like it's finding support. It could be finding support. What do you think Bitcoin will retrace back to? After today's push, do you think there will be a slight retracement? I mean, I'm telling you, we have a CME gap now that needs to be filled. You know, to me, it's going to, I always thought it was going to keep coming down. I was so surprised. And now it's going to form a downtrend, right? Because look, it was in an uptrend. And this is the 1 minute will show you when the crossroads occur. Like I always say, you start a $3,000 drive when you go out of your driveway. That's where you start a big move, right? The first thing you do is go out of your driveway. But look, the 1 minute, fine, it takes a while for those 15-minute Stokes to come down, huh? Interesting. 1 minute says we're pretty bullish right now, about to have a cross. Should make us up to the top of the pattern, but we'll see. We'll see. Now it looks like it's forming a falling wedge, but we'll see what happens. I don't expect Bitcoin to keep pumping after that. I mean, that was a momentumous move. I never sold Bitcoin. Some people wouldn't believe me, but I've been in it since the Genesis, bro. You know what? Maybe you have, and you've been on the low. But if you have, you haven't said a word about it to anybody, so I really don't believe you, honestly. I don't believe you. I know for a fact you haven't been in since the Genesis because I've challenged you in a drunken state when you've been like completely like in an emotional stage, and I've had you when you were like tired, and I know in those places, in those moments, and I am so like bombarded you that you would have eventually just uttered the I got Bitcoin before you did, and you've never said that. So what's going on, Muser, man? Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Shout out to everybody here, man. Shout out to everybody that's joining. Okay, we're going to get into the 10 coins that'll make you a millionaire, okay? These are the coins you really want to be in my opinion. These are the coins that you have to have, okay? Now you think the CME gap will happen. Last time you said you don't listen to that only the charts. We broke all-time highs on exchanges. No, I don't think every CME gap fills. Like everyone was saying we're going to everyone was saying we're going to go down to the CME gap at like 9,200. And I said, dude, we're going to break 10K. It didn't make sense. Like I could feel this momentumous move heading us into the all-time high. I could really feel it. But I'm saying we just had a CME gap at 6.9. And what I'm saying is they do 95% of CME gaps get filled. I'm not saying, hey, it probably may or won't get filled, but it's obvious to me. You have to look at the sentiment, Theo. At the time, we were booming up, right? And it just didn't make sense that everyone would go, oh yeah, we're gonna come down a few hundred. And we went to 94, and the CME gap was like at 91.60. So I said, in my point, the reason why I didn't think we would fill it was because we went down to 93. Now, if we never went down that low and we stayed at 10, I would have said maybe there's a chance we fill them. I see them get filled all the time, so they do get filled. To act like they don't get filled is crazy. But I'm also saying that there was traders that said we have to go down there. We have to go down there. And you have to remember my language. My language was, you know what? I know people were saying what I said specifically on that video, because I have somewhat of a photographic memory and cadence. And I was saying that I said that it's not a guarantee. There's no guarantee. I said there's a 95% chance, but there's a lot of, and all I was saying was there's a lot of people on YouTube that were like, no, we have to fill the gaps. We have to. There's no way we will fill these gaps no matter what. We have to fill. And I'm just saying, like, no, like, we don't have to fill the gap. 5% of the gaps don't get filled. And if 5% of the gaps get filled, then you can't say that all the gaps get filled, right? It's just kind of one of those, if A is true, then B is true, then C is, that whole. So anyway, but I just think there's a realistic reason. If you look at the CME gap, it's huge, right? The Bitcoin CME gap. Can we find the Bitcoin CME futures? Bitcoin CME. We have the Grayscale Trust. I just wanted to see the gap for myself, honestly. This has gaps. It's an XBT derivatives trade. I actually saw the gap too on Moon, on Moon's Carl the Moon's channel this morning. So he has the gap. And to me, if you look at the gap, it's so wide, obviously, too. The width of the gap also has a deal. You should do a check. Yeah, what is it? What is the magic mushroom stock? No, that's a good one, man. My buddy was in something like that, and I think those are really good plays. I think those are really, really good plays. So, psilocybin stock. Where is it here? Number one, psilocybin, the magic ingredient. What's the name of the stock? CMPS, baby. Okay, let's check it out. I'm all about that. You know that. CMPS. Calm Pathways. Unison ads. Okay. Let's take a look at this for you and give you guys where I think it's going. Ooh, wow, this thing looks pretty hot. So it's new, number one. So we don't have a lot of data on it. But right when it came out, it formed a bull pennant immediately. So look at that. And if you wanted to get your target, look, even targets, look, this is crazy. There's not a lot of movement on this. There's not a lot of time for you to understand it. But look, you can still take the length of the pole and you can bring it here. And we got pretty damn close to the target. Now, we didn't hit the target, and we're also overextended. But if we look at the 4 hour, 4 hours also oversold. This is coming back down, it looks like, to the bottom of the pattern. It looks like I have to actually widen this out. Or no, it did that. Just looks like it's going to go sideways. So what I see happening for this, because I think there's a lot of demand for it, and people aren't stupid. This is going to go well. So I think it's going to go sideways like this, and then you're going to be able to kind of accumulate at the bottom of this line every time it touches. So it's going to do something like that, and then it's going to break out. I would be grabbing it at 42. So here's your range of accumulation for this, okay? If I'm correct, which I think I am, but the charts also kind of indicate these things. So I think you'll be able to get this between 40, 39.78, and 43. To me, that's your accumulation range. Yeah, I see the big moves there. It's called an oscillator. That's what that means. When something goes up and down that much, it's an oscillator, right? It's not a degenerator. Learn that from Crypto Love. So anyway, yeah, I think you're going to come back down, possibly pause this, because look how oversold you are even on the 1 hour. You're oversold on every time frame. Oversold on the 2 hour, oversold on the 4 hour, oversold on the 1 hour. 1 minute shows you that you're even coming down a little bit. Really doesn't show you much if you're trying to get a scalp today. That's all. It does put a long in on the 1 minute, though, which actually already played out on the hash ribbon. So there you go. NIO, man. NIO, though. What happened to NIO? We'll do a little stock suggestion before, but wait, if you guys stay, I'm going to give you the 10 coins to 10 million, okay? So stay tuned for 10 coins to $10 million. Now, a lot of my calls have come out and have come out to fruition. Like they've shown to be true. So I really feel like you want to stay tuned for the 10 calls to 10 million. I know I'm sucking you guys in, but it's important. Super important. So stay with me. Stay with me. Now, I am bipartisan, man. I don't care if Biden gets in. I don't care if Trump gets in. I really don't care. I have to admit, I will be unloading a lot of crypto, and I know Biden's going to have larger, capital gains taxes. So if I'm greedy and I don't care about anybody else and I only care about my wallet, it's a Trump idea, right? But, again, I revealed that I was a Brock partisan. I was bipartisan, Brock partisan. I was Brock partisan. I like that. I was Brock partisan. I'm going to use that. But anyway, I made a bet with Scott here that Trump will still win the election. I don't know why. And the reason I made the bet is because, you know why I made the bet? I made the bet based on ridiculous news. They were wrong about Bitcoin for literally years. They kept saying Bitcoin's a very sketchy thing, rat poison, stay away from Bitcoin. They interviewed people that had the galls to talk about Bitcoin, to run the populace away from Bitcoin. So I know that the news does not have your number one care. Like, they don't care about you. Like, they're not considerate. I truly want you to be wealthy. I'm a young guy who came from, a middle-class family. I truly want you to be wealthy. I do. In my heart of hearts, if more middle-class people were more wealthy, then I had more people to vibe with. And if you got wealthy off my channel, then of course it's going to be a nice karmatic circle for me. So my idea is to make people educated. I educate people about the monetary system. I educate them about gold and silver, scarcity, how scarcity makes a play, how the scarcity of Bitcoin compared to the fact that they're printing the dollar bill to zero. And, it's just obvious to me. It's obvious to me. I put a post out on my Instagram page today. Okay. And the post was, I showed basically one of my Bitcoin buys. And I bought 0.63383,789 Bitcoin. Okay. And I bought it for $2,500. It's another reason why my channel will make you money. It's proven. It's all proven in my behavior. 0.63383,789, right? Now, we times that by 19,450 right now, right? And that gives you $12,328. So I turned $2,500 into $12,000. That is close to a 600% return, okay? And that's not the only time. I bought so much Bitcoin around these prices. So, and I wrote here, I told everyone I knew and cared about over and over again and over again. Only about 10% would listen. My own family, excluding my older sister, just did not act in my knowledge. Of the 10% who would listen, only 1% of them actually made a purchase. The sad thing is, it shows how dumbed down society is. On one hand, you have the dollar, which they print billions of overnight to keep the economy at bay. On the other, you have Bitcoin with a limited supply that continues to shrink. I would like to think that I am of superior intelligence, but that has no bearing here. I made these calls off of 8-year-old math. Like 8-year-old math, guys, based on supply and demand. This 2,500 is now 11,000 wrong. It's actually 12,300. I publicly have these calls and created a YouTube channel for the sole purpose of empowering the masses. I have been all about Bitcoin since 2016. I did whatever I could to teach and explain. Most Americans are lost. Most Americans will watch Bitcoin soar to 100K and more and won't buy it. Please, in the next large dip, begin to accumulate. You have been ignoring my advice for years. How far did it get you? All I wanted was to make your life better by my ability to fully understand what Bitcoin is and where it will go. You still have a chance. Come to my live stream today at 9:30. Link in the bio. And I'm not trying to scare people. What I'm trying to say is, like, I was there, man, since the beginning. Since the beginning. Okay? Here's another one. XRP. I put $500 into XRP at 16 cents. I bought this the day of the pandemic when a whole stock market crashed. And I took advice from Warren Buffett to buy into fear. I know. Only a 400% return. XRP now at 61 after hitting 80. You wish you were me, and don't be fooled. This wasn't the only buy. Let's be humble here. Had you followed my YouTube calls and joined my Telegram, you may have been tipped off. I was all about the XRP the second it broke 3-month resistance at 26 cents. I said, this is it. Get ready to load your bags. I've been trying to help people, man, since day one. Every single time I can. If I learn knowledge, I don't keep it to myself. I share it. And use that as inspiration, guys. If you know something to be true, share it with other people, man. You get nothing by hiding it from others. That is what the decisive, devil, demonistic people do. They find something out that can make them rich, and instead of sharing with everybody, they basically keep it to themselves and hoard their wealth. And you know what happens? They become lonely and rich. They're surrounded by their money and their wealth, but they have not a damn person that they really care about or love. And you know what? I'm going to create a community of people that love each other. I'm going to create a community of people that care about each other. I'm going to create a community of people that want others to survive. I want people to actually yeah. And yeah, shout out to Bitcoin Mama. Tip, new people to leverage. A word of caution, anytime you long or short a huge amount when Bitcoin has a lot of price action and volatility, it's likely best to be able to watch the trade. In prior experiences, no, I mean, I give a boot camp. You cannot leave a leverage trade, ever. That's actually common sense. I don't want to be rude, but that's common sense. If you're opening up a leverage trade and you think you can walk away from it, you're going to get fleeced. You have to be always in the chair. That's why sometimes I press that leverage trade button. It's like I need to have water next to me, maybe some snacks, because you're not leaving the computer. Or you better take your phone with you wherever you go and watch the trade. You could go to the bathroom and things could turn on you. Devin Abiza, you're the best, bro. Really appreciate it. Shout out to all the new people on the stream. 100, Devin Abiza, Scott O'Leary, Theo Wrench, XRP Muser, Louis Estrada, this person, Jesse B, Theo Wrench, Louis, Monafro, C Dollars, everybody here, man. Ross Bush, Hadouken, my family, man. Jesse B, every one of you guys. Really, really appreciate it, man. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, but Bitcoin Mama, I hope you're on the live stream right now. If you're writing messages in my Telegram and you're not on my live stream, shame on you. Hope you're here. Hope you're here. We better see a Bitcoin Mama comment in the next minute right now. I'm calling her out. Where's the mama? Where is the mama? Hold us down. Here it is. We'll see if she's here. We'll see if she's here. You know, I call people all the time, man. That's just like kind of what I do for a living. And interesting, this is kind of what Bitcoin did before. It hit this high. This looks very similar to this. Let me delete all this crazy work now. But this looks similar to what we had going here. And I thought, okay, Bitcoin's in a falling wedge. It's going to keep moving down this falling wedge. But it didn't, okay? It's not what happened. It would go all the way to all-time high, only to get wicked down to 19,100 to come back up again. Look at the strength of Bitcoin right now. So now it's kind of in this, like, really, this is the pattern, which is really weird. It's in a broadening wedge. It's kind of a bearish pattern, in my opinion. And then I kind of want to chop off this top here and do this. Like it broke above the pattern, broke back into the pattern. Now it's at the top. But it is also holding this new support region off of this line. See, we didn't hit it, we hit it there. If we go back into the past, is there any place there? So we want to hold this level, 19,420, honestly. You can see, because the candle stopped here, these four candles stopped there. That could hold some support for us. So line in the sand for Bitcoin. Are you going to cross here on the MACD and come down? Or are you going to actually bounce off this line? If it bounced off this line, it shows that people are respecting the support. And it's in somewhat of like a, I guess it's in a bear flag now because it came down. It's in a bear flag. Bitcoin has been very confusing in its patterns lately. Could also say, is this a shoulder, a head, and then another shoulder? It would be the weirdest head and shoulder I've ever seen. But it possibly could be a head and shoulder pattern. All right, you guys waited long enough. I think I played games with you guys long enough. Bitcoin, CMPS, man. Let's not forget about that. That's a psilocybin stock. I'm still worried about the stock market and how it reacts, but hopefully things can keep moving. Shout out to everybody in the live stream. Please hit the like button. Please comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can find out when I post my next video. Really appreciate that. I'm here. So you're Bitcoin Mama. So See, everyone has a different name in my Telegram than they have. So you're Bitcoin Mama, Sergiu Moncanu? Okay. Speaking of gems, Zap, Lifer, you were in the last bull run. Can you comment on that? Yeah, I was looking at Zap recently. Zap's been on my radar. I've been watching Zap on the low. It's been pretty down. It's gone up and down. It looks volatile. So we'll see now. You got to make it a vid from the live again. You're going to make it a vid from the live again. Oh, I know what you're saying. No, maybe I'll just make a real one. Who knows? 10 coins. Put the list in Telegram. Has it changed in the last list in Telegram? Well, I mean, there's more than 10 coins that I own, but the main 10 coins, I've come up with my 10 coins. I finally wrote it down. I said, this is it. And I know other people would disagree with me, and everyone's going to have a different list of coins. Shame on them. She's teaching the Telegram. No, I am not, mama. Boss. Yeah. She's teaching in the Telegram, boss. No, I'm not, mama. Yeah, so she didn't come to my live stream. So we know who's full supporter, man. If you're in my live stream, you're my full supporter. If you don't come to my live stream every day, then I'm not trying to hate. I'll take anyone that does anything, any type of thing, any share, anything. But, and you can see Bitcoin now falling down. I think we're going to start our collapse now. Let her be. Love Bitcoin mama. I know. But it's funny when like I run a group and people don't talk to me, but they talk to everyone in my group. You would feel the same way. You'd be like, what's going on? Like, you know, anyway. So like I have a good relationship with everyone in my group except for Bitcoin Mama. I don't know who she is. She doesn't like, we don't, but, and again, it'll happen eventually, right? It'll happen eventually. So she's the most elusive person in my group at this moment. Very elusive. She's in and out, but she likes the group. So, hey, shout out to her. And I like what you just said. So shout out to her. Any type of positivity. So here you go, man. Here's my list with one bonus coin. Okay, I'll give you a bonus coin. But this is the top 10 coins to 10 million, okay? Excluding Bitcoin and ETH, okay? Because you should have those at this point. If you don't have Bitcoin and ETH, just come on. So I'm not including those. But I guess I do. Like if someone really has to only have 10 coins, they're going to be like, okay, what is it? Okay, this person. No, I am not mama. Anyway, so check it out. Here is the list. Number 1 on the list is SHR, sharing. Okay? And they're not in order by what you should have. They're just kind of like sharing. Now, sharing isn't that high right now. Okay, and let me give you a chart. I have a chart on sharing at the moment, and right now is really the time to buy it. We're going to miss out on a beautiful opportunity in the next month or two if we don't get into sharing soon, in my opinion. So let's make sure we capitalize on this idea. Anyway, let's see. I posted a chart. I just want to find it. Where is it? Okay, right here. So check it out. Here's sharing, okay? Now, it's at the bottom of the pattern. Bottom of the pattern boomed. Bottom of the pattern, a little move up, sideways action. Good place to accumulate. Good place to accumulate this, okay? Now, if I took my rounded bottom, we could make a nice rounded bottom here as well. Accumulation, accumulation, accumulation. You're back in the accumulation, man. Anything under this white line, anything under this wick, I'm going to say accumulation. Now, it's only a matter of time till sharing decides to make a move. Let's take a look. This isn't the actual live chart. Let's take a look at the live chart. But I'm actually getting that worry feeling. And when I get that feeling, it's like I know a coin's about to move and I'm about to miss it. Now the daily is about to have a cross. RSI looks good, and the Stokes are double bottomed. I mean, this is ready for a rocket ship. I can tell you right now, man, it's at the bottom of the pattern. This thing is only worth 2 cents and 0.3 of a cent. So it's worth 0.23. Sharing, man. If you could have gotten it down here at 1.7 And if you were accumulating down here before we had that major break at about 0.006, you're already up close to 400% at this point. And that's what happens, man, with these coins. You got to get them early, accumulate them, and then you don't worry about these massive, crazy moves because you're already at 500%. You're already buffered by your low-key purchase. The lowest you could have gotten it for was 0.004, so it's already 600% at 0.23, almost at 0.24. This coin is just beginning. It has a huge roadmap. Check out Sharing, Share Token. Check out Tim Boss. They have a deal with Rakuten. They have a deal with Tencent, one of a top 5 company in the world. So this will be possibly one of the biggest cryptocurrencies. Remember I said it. Sharing. Don't sleep on Sharing, man. Don't sleep on it. Okay. Hit the likes. Theo. Boom. Thanks, Theo. Love you, man. Laugh my eyes off. That is funny. What is it? See, maybe I don't know what you guys are laughing at. Maybe it's because it's behind. If you know, you know. So I don't know now what you guys are laughing at me for. I don't know anymore. Anyway. You guys are funny, man. Yeah, so you guys know something that I don't know. Did we just break the all-time high? Indeed, we did. Big love at Hadouken. So check it out, man. Check it out. Hadouken's awesome, man. What a great guy. So check it out. SHR. Number 2, Band Protocol. Now, Band is going to have its space in DeFi. It's basically used by different coins. It has deals with many coins. So Band, man, don't miss Band. It has gone, if I give you Band's kind of lifespan here and I show you what Band has been doing, it started down here at $1. It would skyrocket all the way to 17.70. I swore I saw it at 18. Come back down, it would double top again, right? Only to retrace. So if we look at it on this daily, and we pull up the Fibonacci retracement on this, it came to the 786, 706, and now it's sitting in the 600. So it's still in a beautiful place to accumulate. It really is. It really is. The daily just shows you, like, when you look at things on these bigger time frames for what they really are, and you get out of like these tiny little moves in the 4 hour and the 6 hour, 15 minute and all that, and you really just look at it for what it is. Like, we can round this bottom. That's an inverted head and shoulder, in my opinion, already on Band. Only a matter of time, man, for this thing to do its thing. Band Protocol, man. I think this is going to be one of your last places to get in. And look, we have a long on the hash ribbons too, and they've been nailing it. They've been absolutely nailing it lately. So Band, my second coin. Third coin, Link. Link, man, you got to have some Link in the game. If you don't own Link, you're sleeping. I've been accumulating Link for $25 a week for the last 6-7 months. I've been buying it at $3, $4, $5. A lot of $3 buys. I'm really happy about those. Link has made me a lot of money. So don't hate on the Link. Don't hate on the Link. Now, yeah, let's take a look at Link right now too. Might as well go over the coins as I talk about them. Just kind of see their overall health. 14.4. It would go all the way as high as 16.28 just a couple days ago. It is on a retrace. We have a cross coming on the daily. The daily's a little oversold, getting there. Not all the way, but the MACD says, we may get another push up. We'll see. It's in a bit of a rising wedge as well. And look at this now. It's forming this pattern. So we got to see it break up out of the pattern. Very similar to Bitcoin, but without getting that higher high. So all these coins kind of fall Bitcoin until Bitcoin stole the show and went to the higher high. People kind of sold it off. But now if Bitcoin kind of slumps and goes sideways for a while, you're going to see the altcoins take off. A lot of times this is good. A big surge in Bitcoin, then a slight pullback, and then if Bitcoin can go sideways, we can see some huge movement in the altcoins. My next coin is VeChain, okay? I think you need to have VeChain. I just feel like of all the other coins out there, they're great, but I just like VeChain. I also like coins under 2 cents. I like to get in my repertoire of 10 coins. I think you need to have 3 that are between 2 and 1 cent. You know, it's very important you have 3 coins under 2 and 1 cent. It's extremely important in my opinion. So that's something that you're gonna want to accumulate is VeChain. Okay. Now we've been watching VeChain for a year. Been watching it since it was a penny. Way back when. You can see all my work on VeChain. I had a target here of the rising wedge. It only hit my first target, sell 25%, but it did hit my first target. Did not keep going all the way to the top, but it now is going sideways pretty well. So let's take a look at VeChain as well. Look at the health of VeChain. A lot of them have this uptick in the down, and you can see that is also bullish divergence, hidden bullish. We have swing down to swing down, and please learn your divergences. And if you need help, I do tutoring, $75 an hour. I'll sit with you and we'll go over all the divergences. I'll show you how to find them, where to get them, why they're important, how to enter a trade, how to get out of a trade using divergences. So let me know. So check it out. Hey, when I'm hunched down like that. So this is also in an ascending triangle, about to break out. VeChain looking really hot right now, really hot. What worries me is there's just a big pullback in Bitcoin that could just take all these prices down. So I'm still nervous to like full blown accumulate all of it. Just like, you know, that's why I say dollar cost averaging is the greatest thing you can do. You pick 10 coins that you want, you find out how much you have, and then you allocate funds to them. You decide what you're going to put. Yeah, she's never spoken to me once. Really. She reached out and said she wanted to have tutoring like 7 times. And then she's the only person that reached out to me numerous times for tutoring, but then just never like blew me off, you know? Like super serious about it, like enough to get me like, okay, what time? Like, where's your time zone? And then just blew me off completely. I feel bad. I mean, I probably have kind of scarred our relationship a little bit already. But, yeah. Let's check out his list. I like Theo's list too. I'm going to go over your list, Theo. Don't think I won't. Okay. My next coin after VeChain, right? I think it could come back down here one more time. And we could get it at 1.3. I have that feeling. But it's good to buy some right now just to begin your position. Dollar cost average into it. Okay. Next coin on the list, right? IOST. Now, many people don't realize, because it doesn't get talked about a lot, that IOST actually is one of the biggest coins in the DeFi space. Huge. Again, a lot of the coins I'm going to point out to you are in the beautiful accumulation range, and they're kind of at their end, right? They're at their end of accumulation. Like, you had your chance numerous times. I think we're going to get one more touchdown here when Bitcoin retraces. It's almost setting up for this beautiful, right? One more touch when Bitcoin retraces right here, IOST. And I can snatch it back at exactly half a penny. Now, this is half a penny. If it goes to 10 cents, it's going to 20x. If it goes to 20 cents, oh my God, it will 40x. So if you put $5,000 in this, you can turn that into $200,000. At the very least, IOST is definitely going to hit 10 cents in my opinion, without a doubt. This market is going to explode. You're going to see coins that you wouldn't believe up. We showed you Nano recently on a video. I showed you Chainlink. I've shown you so many movements that happened in 2017, and it's going to happen again. So IOST. So we got SHR, Band, Link, Vet, IOST. The next one is DOT. Polkadot. Now, it has use case. It has utility. There's going to be a lot of things swarming around it. Now, it is a large cap, and it moves pretty slow. Like, here it is at 370 and went all the way to 6. Let's see how long it took to... Basically, here it is at about $3 right around here in the middle of this candle. It would 100% in 94 days. Take 3 months to 100%. Only to retrace almost half of that, right? And now it's kind of back up here at 537. Its high was about 626. Why is that on me there? Its high was 608. So $6 for DOT, man. Getting it down here at $4. I kept saying anywhere between 392 and 410. Remember when I was saying that here at the bottom of the pattern was a steal for DOT? Again, if Bitcoin retraces, could we see DOT make some type of strange move? We're not sure exactly yet. Could come back down here. Seems to be it's in a strange pattern, honestly. Like, we don't see this pattern a lot. But if we look at it, we could kind of make a pennant out of it, a large pennant. But again, today, I would make a purchase in every one of these. So this is what I do. I have 50K. I have 10 coins. And then I write down, like, okay, what could I put in 10 coins? Well, I could put 5K in each coin. And then I'm saying, well, certain coins need more, certain coins need less. So for instance, like I put 3 grand in IOST, but maybe 5 grand in BAND. IOST is a smaller coin. It's only worth a half a penny, you know? Or do you put the biggest amounts in the smaller coins because they're going to appreciate more? It's all dependent on what you think, and you balance it out, and you sit there and you play with it until you kind of get it. And you need to do this, because if you don't do this, you're going to be chasing coins all over the place. You need to kind of have your fixed list and begin to accumulate. It's the best thing you can do to make the most money, I'm telling you. And it doesn't matter what your 10 coins are, as long as you've done your research and you like your 10 coins. Okay, so next coin on the list is Atom. Now, I like Atom because I've been researching what big financial firms have, and a lot of them think to have Atom on their balance sheet. They just like to have Atom. Again, almost every coin is in this rounded accumulation range. Atom is the first one that's like pretty close to the range that it should be in, you know? Kind of could be the end of this range. So, again, I'm showing you, man, the time was like a few months back, right? 381. There were some really good prices. Will we return if Bitcoin retraces? We're not sure. We're not sure. But we'll see. Okay, now we got ICX. Okay. Yeah, I'm just not into people who get my attention and want something and then just like blow me off. You know, if everyone did that to me, it would waste a lot of my time, right? So anyway, I'm just a realist, man. Like I'm a realist. Like I'm just super real. Like I'm just real. Like a lot of people don't like my realness, and I'm so real that I'll call somebody out in a half a beat. I can tell if you're not real in a half a second. Like I'll look you dead in the face and I'll be like, nah, yo, you don't have it. You don't have it. You know. Sorry, man. And most of my lifers get that from me. I know they get that from me, and that's why they're a lifer. Like they don't want to be treated with kid gloves. They want a hard, someone who's loyal, hard, always there, ready to go. They don't want a flip-flopper, someone who's flopping and groping. They don't want someone who says something and does another. Nobody wants that in their life. It's a waste of time, right? Okay, so ICX is my next lover. Look, every single one of these is in a bowl. Every single one of them, okay? Now, I've already accumulated my ICX. Don't think I need to touch any more. I might snatch a little bit more here, maybe like $500 more, just because it's 44 cents. Now, the high of this coin, you guys do not know, but this thing went all the way to like $5. So this thing can rip, right? And it's only 44 cents. That's going to be a 10x, a little more than a 10x because we're not even at 50 cents yet. This thing is going to explode, okay? Now, what is my 7? So now we have SHR number 1, BAND number 2, Link number 3, VeChain number 4, IOST number 5, DOT, okay, number 6, Atom number 7, ICX number 8, and then XRP number 9. XRP. Don't sleep on XRP, dude. XRP, dude, with the Boston accent. Anyway, XRP, unreal. Unreal. Again, we can kind of round it too. Look at this. Everything is in these rounded accumulation ranges. You can't see it, but this is what you're talking about, man. This is how it's building its parabola on its way to glory. Honestly, if you don't have XRP, I think you're going to be kicking yourself. It's in with the bankers. It's in with big business. We do know that no matter how far away we get, they are in control. We have to play their game somewhat. I don't like to. I don't want to. But until I'm a banker and a billionaire and I have my own army and I can eradicate the people that I don't like, which is what they do, then I'll have to actually deal with it because they have the power. So I like XRP, Brad Garlinghouse. A lot of deals with big banks. Just came out with the Bank of America deal. This thing is going to rip. It came down. It's already bounced off support. It's holding good levels. XRP, man. XRP. And the last coin on my list is little old YFDI. I like YFDI. I think it's going to do unbelievable in the next bull run. It's at $2,777 a coin. It's up 7% a day. Now it's up 2,800. It's doing very well, very strong. It gives you 6% a month to hold, which is unbelievable considering it's already up 50%. So you made 56% in the month. And as it starts to grow every day, you get more because you're getting 0.2% a day. Now the price is up depending. And so you get the average of that 0.2% a day. 5 days, you're getting 1%, but you could get more than the price here, right? Now, 1% of $2,800, right? 10% is $280. 1% is $28, right? So in 5 days, you're getting $28. But I mean, look at it right now. I did the math the other day, and so you want a DeFi coin. I also think, these are the top 10 coins, but then I should just say the top 4 DeFi coins. Because I think, let's see what happened to ZLOT. ZLOT, man. Wow, it was at 1,500, so it's retraced, right? It went to that high of $2,700. Wow, and then it took a dump. So that can happen, man. Interesting. Might be a good time to get it. Might not. Who knows, right? ZLOT is a big one. I like WISE token, this WISE blockchain thing here, right? Is this the WISE? Is this it? I definitely think we should get into WISE soon before it's too late. Wabi Tech, so something. This is like a shady site. Maybe this isn't the WISE token. I'm going to show you Theo's list now that he has. He has SHR.Bondly, Core, Theta, Link, DPI, VChain, a pre-sale based AP13 WISE, and ETH. Interesting. So he's hooked himself into the pre-sale AP13, man. I've been seeing that on Elio Trades channel. It's very interesting. So, and ETH. Okay, cool. And then I gave you my whole list of every coin that I actually hold, and it's pretty absurd. I think it's like 50, 60 coins. It's so many coins. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I realized there was more coins that I didn't have. Gotta do it, boss. I don't have any nano, and I probably never will. I'm sorry to say that. Everyone has their fixations, If you want to send me some nano, that'd be pretty cool. And then you could turn me into a nano guy, after my live stream for 3 hours today. You could just be like, all right, let me give this guy like $1 a nano because he made no money in the last 3 hours, except for any trades that he made, So anyway, we check it out. So Ross, I could tell that you're behind on the stream, right? It's funny. So we hit all-time highs, but you hit all-time highs after me. It's funny, man. Ocean down in the dumps. When this coin goes down this far, tells me it's about to pop, right? It hasn't dropped like this in a while. It was on its way. Look, it moved up. Kind of came down. Sitting in a bull pennant as well. I send you, put the address in the donation list. Yo, you're the man, dude. Because you're like the nano fiend, right? All right, hold on. I'm gonna do this right away. When someone says something like that, you do it right away, right? Like you don't play games, right? So I just need a nano. I need a nano wallet now at this point. So check it out. Let's just find a nano wallet, right? There's just got to be does Monarch have nano? That'd be pretty cool. It has Neo. I think they could have nano. It has Celsius. It has Hex even. Wow, they got Hex, bro. I never did Hex. Did you guys do Hex, man? I never did Hex. Never did no Hex. What's the best nano wallet? Is there a nano wallet on the App Store? That's the idea, right? Because you know what? Once you give me the nano, then I'm probably going to start buying nano again. And honestly, you're right, man. It went from a... The thing is hard, man. The thing is hard. The Natri? The Nolly. I got the Nolly right here. You heard of the Nolly? Nally? The Nolly wallet. I can't believe we just download stuff online we don't even know, right? Like, so I'm going to get the Nano wallet for Nano. And that's my list, man. That's my list of 10 coins. The Natrium. Oh, yeah, so the Natrium was the other one. So let me go back. I picked 2, but there was Natrium. Okay, there's Natrium. So we want the Natrium wallet. Ooh, it looks cool. I like it. Let's see how fast the transaction takes. Algo and Ren. Yeah, man. Honestly, what I'm trying to tell you guys is everyone's gonna pick a different 10 coins for sure. Like, no one's gonna have the exact same 10 coins. It's just not gonna happen. So dude, I haven't signed into my Apple ID in so long that I don't know it. That's horrible. I don't know my Apple ID. It's so bad. I have to figure it out real quick. But yeah, you guys have any coins you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to do? I want to just do a quick discussion for the next 20 minutes, and then I'm going to skip on out with what I love about it. Thank God Google remembers your freaking passwords, right? And stuff. Because if it didn't, I wouldn't know a damn thing. It's horrible, right? Search the passwords for iCloud. Says I don't have it, but I know it fills it in, dude. Okay, I got it. Sorry about this, guys. I just want a nano wallet, man. I guess I just get it right out of my oh, there it is. I remember it now. I remember it. How could I forgot that though? That's crazy, right? Haven't used it in so long. Now it's downloading while me putting it in. So weird, man. Always something. Jesse B. Hadouken, let's see your list of 10 coins in Telegram. Blaze, ICX, CRV, Bella, Bitcoin, ETH, Link, and ADA. I like CRV. Everyone's gonna be like brought in by a different project. Like, everyone's gonna do different research. It's just insane. It's insane, you know. Okay. I just want to see if this really works. Oh. Okay. Can I just put my address right here? Is that gonna work? If I stand behind this, this should work. It's not working. Anyway, I'll share the address in Telegram right now. So pick it up on the Telegram, and then boom. So I threw the address in the Telegram, dude. Let's see how fast. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone too. Nano make many coins out of need of existence. I'm on the phone too. Interesting. So boom, there's my Nano wallet right there. Now you can see it. You could probably scan that right there, right off the live stream. Bam. This is crazy. We're showing people how fast this stuff moves, bro. Like, this is crazy. Dude, if I get even a couple bucks in Nano, I don't care what you send me. It's the idea that it's like I send people crypto all the time to try to just, once you hold a coin, there's something about holding it, right? Look at this, some shadiness in the news today. iPhone accessories seized. iCloud catches criminals in the Apple crime blotter. Right? 2 men accused of crimes against women caught by iCloud. Find My Phone catches car thieves and more. CP seizes 41,000 in phone accessories. U.S. Customs and Border said they had seized 41,000 worth of counterfeit Apple and Samsung accessories. The package contained iPhone cases and adapters as well as Samsung accessories. The items were determined to be counterfeit due to various inconsistencies, poor quality, and incorrect packaging. Man presented a fake ID to claim a MacBook Air at UPS facility. A man was arrested in mid-November after presenting a fake pencil ID. iCloud evidence helps catch U.S. Embassy employee arrested for sex crimes. An employee of a U.S. Embassy in Mexico was arrested in October and charged with 1 count of coercion and enticement related to a sexual assault on a woman. He's expected of attacking many more victims. And he's an embassy employee, yo? Interesting. Head of special needs group accused of buying iPhone with stolen money. iPhone found in possession of man accused of breaking into party world. Find My iPhone helps catch 2 who hijacked Ubers and Lyfts. Dude, these people are ridiculous. Like, don't they know that? Look at this. He said sent. This is insane. Watch, Nano should be there already. Like, should be there already. Right? Nano is like the fastest coin in the world. This is insane. We can send money to each other in a second, right? Are you kidding me? Yo, this guy just sent me $119. Guys, this guy just sent me $119. Dude, are you out of your mind? Yo, you're the... Yo, this dude just sent me $119 worth of Nano. Yo, guys, this is why when he said, yo, get your wallet out, I know I stopped the stream and it was like, maybe there's other things going on in the stream. You guys are like, what's going on? But like, yo, you really just sent me 100 Nano, dude? And there was 61 cent point. Like, whoa. This is insane. Yo, man, you're the man, dude. You're the man, dude. Yo, shout out to this Sergu Mokanu. Everything pumping with Bitcoin sideways. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Look at this, dude. Look at this. Yo, you sent me $100 though, man. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm going to cry right now, dude. Like, this is nuts. This is nuts. Don't get all distracted. We got money, man. We got money in this market. I'm going to start trading heavily right now, honestly. I'm going to be leverage trading all day long. Yo, he sent me $119. I'm going to prove it to you guys. Look. He sent me 100 nanos. Or more. I mean, I don't... 119 bucks worth of nano, dude. Like, how many nano did I receive? Let's see. I'll do the math later, but dude, 119 bucks, man? That's crazy. I'm holding that for a long time. For a long time. Not selling a damn thing. Send 100, get 100. No fees, 0 fees. Amazing. Amazing. So let's take a look at the market right now. Cardano just erupted, right? Big pump there. Lend is erupting. Sitting in a nice bull flag. About to have a nice little pump action too. Let's see the big winners now. What's moving? What is moving? Litecoin moving. XRP moving. Link moving. Litecoin just did a huge boom. Look at that. Up from 80 to 87. Litecoin's kind of a, in my opinion, it's a market determination. Like when Litecoin starts to move, it gives you that indication, man. Look at this cup that Litecoin formed too. That's insane. And look, there's my hash ribbons, man, coming and telling you to long on the 1 hour right here. These things are unreal. Like, I'm just going to start logging on these. Like, see it? The blue line says to buy. I do a whole video on the hash ribbons and show you how unreal they are. Look, it told you to long right there or close. It told you to long down here, though. But it told you to close a little early. So it really does good in the entries. You're going to be on your own with the exits when it comes to this thing. Cardano, I think XRP is going to go to 70 cents by the end of the day. Sand up 7%. Everything with that little spike, man. So we saw a big move in the altcoins. That's what everyone said. Once Bitcoin kind of quiets down, we're going to see a big move in all the altcoins. Core up too. I'm telling you, man, Core is about to make a big move. You look at Core on the 4 hour, right? It's kind of going sideways still. Kind of going sideways, but it has extreme potential here. I got 212% gains for Core. Okay, wait for that buy signal to pop out on the hash ribbons. Maybe the 1 hour has one. Not yet. So we're waiting for that buy signal. When that buy signal comes out on these hash ribbons, man, I'm going to be all over it. I'm going to be all over it. Just waiting on ETH to blast. Dominance. What's Dominance doing? Be careful. So Dominance just took a poop. Look at that. That's what happened. In the last hour, Dominance got banged out. And look, it looks like we're going to have 30-minute candles down. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's freaking 7 times 3, right? 0.5. That's 3.5 hours. The buy signal on Cypher for Core. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Cypher. The buy signal on Cypher. Market Cypher? Ah, Market Cypher. I should know. Be like, what do you mean? What does that mean? You know what that means. It's Market Cypher, dude. You don't use Market Cypher? You're not on Market Cypher all day long, dude? Here we go, man. Litecoin up, TRX up, DOT up, Aave up, XRP up, EOS up, Link up. And again, like, I love that the up tokens are there, but to me, they're taking volume away from the regular coins. Like, everyone's just like, oh, well, I'll get an up token instead of the actual token. And then you have who wants to make money and who wants to accumulate. And it's kind of like, you know, but a lot of double-digit coins here. Like, look at this. It just goes on. The page goes on and on and on and on. So, a huge day for altcoins. Huge day for altcoins. Mark Zuckerberg, man, what a weirdo. Am I the only one that think that guy looks like a weirdo, alien? Whatever. I don't talk about how people look. I don't really care how you look. I love all people, but he just, I don't know, man. We watched The Social Dilemma. They broke down. He's a shady dude. Yo, have you looked at Zen? No, and actually Zencash actually had a halving recently too, and it was about to make a big pop. Let me take a look at Zencash for you. Now, the BTC pairs are really going to, I feel like they're going to be the ones that make a move today because Bitcoin goes flat and these go up, going to make a move. We look at Zen on the 4 hour. It's about to pop. Look at this. Wow, you're right. This thing looks like it's about to explode. And this would have told you to get in at the bottom of the trend line on my hash ribbons. They already presented a buy right here. Wow, Zen is about to pop. I'm with you on that. Looks like it will coil back down one more time to the bottom here. You can get in at 70075 Satoshi, 7,500 Satoshi. But this thing is looking good. We got the buy signal on the hash ribbons ready to go. We got a cross on the 1 minute. On the 1 hour, we're bullish. On the 4 hour, we're bullish. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily, not so much. Like the daily says, okay, you've had your fun. So we could spike a little more on the daily, but then we're probably going to have a curl down, right? We also see a bit of bearish divergence on the daily. We got swing up to swing up, but then we have swing down on the RSI. So, you know what? This thing had its move from the halving. That could have been its pump. It may be over. It makes me nervous to chase something like that. You know, it does have a double bottom forming. It is breaking out of the falling wedge. There's bullishness there, but I see some reasons for me to be hesitant because of the daily, right? 4 hour wants to rip though. So, hey, it looks like at least we should get back here to previous support and resistance. Or we get somewhat of a fake out. But 30% gains for Zencash against Bitcoin. And then we'll have our daily curve down. Come back down here and reset. Very, very possible. Stokes look great right now too on the 4 hour. Everything looks really good. The 4 hour looks golden. But I've made 4 hour plays that don't play out. But hey, that's why I play this over and over again. Just do the same thing. Very strange looking, man. What's strange looking? What is it? What's very strange looking, Des? How do you do that? And like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Thanks to anyone. I saw people bought some hoodies and some shirts at Crypto Lifer. They got some merch. Yeah. Zuckerberg. Yeah, he's a weird looking dude for sure. Maybe is this like? Did I hit a latent button, man? I feel like the stream is like way behind. Like normally you guys are like right with me, but no, lately it's been a little behind. Biden won the election. Did he though? Did Biden win? Look. What fake news article did you find that on, right? CNN on November 7th. So November 7th, CNN comes out, right? And it didn't even happen. Look, so we could catch them in real time. Like Biden defeats Trump. And look, we still have yet not had an electoral college on that, you know? Biden win means some Guantanamo prisoners may be released. Recounts in Wisconsin confirm Biden win 19 hours. Complete Wisconsin recounts. You know what? It depends on like the news. I know. I'm going to give you guys like a depending on what. I'm not on either side. I'm not a Biden guy. I'm not a Trump guy. I'll be honest with you guys. But if you go to this is U.S. 2020 election fraud, right? Treason. Governor Kemp and Governor Newsom bought off by communist China in a COVID supplies kickback and money laundering scheme. In July of this year, Natural News reported how Governor Gavin Newsom was caught writing $500 million to communist China as part of a massive fake mask money laundering scheme. Is that true, right? I don't know. You know, how they stole Minnesota from Biden.
What you're looking at here is the Minnesota data results from the 2020.
Oh, yeah, this year here.
What you're looking at here is the Minnesota stamp, and then also the same things for Trump, Biden, and then just the total change. Now, what I've highlighted here in yellow is every single time that the third party candidates, and there's a lot of them in Minnesota, it's not just one, but anytime the third party overall vote went down, these are highlighted in yellow. And you'll notice that the percentage of it went down is pretty consistent, which we'll go over in a minute. But essentially that their strategy was to, I'm going to highlight the third party percentage here. So watch my mouse. So every single time votes came in, if that total got above 2.1% roughly, what they did is they adjusted it down by somewhere between 4 and 5%. So for example, at this very early in the voting process, the third party votes were coming in at higher than 2%. So what they did is they knocked 645 votes off of the third party candidates, which was roughly a 5%, 4.9% change. Now, I don't know what happened to those votes, but I do know that They're no longer counted towards the third party, and it's like they're basically gone. Now, as we keep going, as results keep coming in, roughly it stays the same, 2%, 2.1%, 2.1%. But then what happened is this is actually just about to go to 2.2%, and what they did is they adjusted it down by 4 to 5% roughly, and the third-party candidates lost roughly 1,100 votes. Now the percentage started creeping up again, and then it got to more than 2.1, and it was adjusted down. This time it was.
So they're using, if you want to know what happened, they use what's called fraction magic, and fraction magic is a software that's implemented into the Dominion system. Okay. And what happened was
Biden would still come out ahead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 81,000 versus 107,000. What you're looking at here is the Minnesota. They only did the one major adjustment to Trump that we've already talked about, and then they also adjusted roughly 3,000 votes either way. Now, they also adjusted Biden.
People don't realize that votes come in and they actually use a percentage calculator, and it swings the percentages around, and it basically I don't know. Yep, let's see. Dream big, guys. Dream big. Yeah, see, voted weight ratio, 1 vote equals 0.534. Exactly. People don't realize that they condense the percentages. You just have to sit here and do the heavy research. Heavy research. And I'm not saying I know what happened, and I'm not saying it is, but I definitely think there was fraud. And I think there's people that looked into it that weren't even Trump supporters. People that just felt the need to get in there, and kind of break it down. But if you want to research both sides of the story, because most people want to research one side, meet Eric Comer, Dominion Voting System Chief Officer of Strategy and Security. Dominion's top engineer told Antifa activists, "Don't worry about the election. Trump's not going to win. I made effing sure of that." And they've even said that there's other states that refused to use the Dominion voting system because they said that it was invalid. It didn't work right. So I don't know. And again, I want to just see whoever comes out, man. This is insane. Just slap a president in there. It doesn't matter who he is. The big business is still going to lobby their way and change the laws the way they want.
This is Roger Stone. All of the controversy
who is this guy? I don't even
Dominion voting systems is but the tip of the iceberg. Here's the real villain. It's none other than Bill Gates and Microsoft. You see, Microsoft designed a software called Election Guard that's being used by Dominion, as well as Election Services, Hart InterCivic, Clean Ballot, Election Systems and Hardware, B-Pro, and Smartmatic. In other words, 100% of the voting machines and voting systems in this country are using the same software that Dominion has been caught using to switch votes. The denial by the mainstream media that there's any evidence whatsoever is ludicrous. The evidence is overwhelming and compelling. Whether Sidney Powell, a fine attorney who isn't given to making claims she can't back up in court, can bring a case without the cooperation of the Central Intelligence Agency and the FBI to come clean remains to be seen.
Anyway, and I'm not saying, maybe Biden would have won anyway if they had just let the election go. I don't know, man. I'm so bipartisan, I don't get emotional. If Biden gets in, I'm not upset. If Trump gets in, I'm not upset. I've been able to detach myself. I truly believe it doesn't matter who gets in. I believe that it doesn't matter who gets in. I believe that I'm still going to be controlled by big business and billionaires, So honestly, if you really think your voice is being heard when they're forcing people to be vaccinated and when they're actually giving us aborted fetuses inside, come on, man. Just insane. Anyway, let's get back into the coins. Zen looks really good. If we just took it at face value, boom, it could go all the way up here. I do see the daily wants to turn down, and that just makes me want to hesitate about Zen. Yeah, they won't let. Yeah, it's nonsense, man. That's why I don't get involved in it, because it's Unless I'm in the front lines, I don't really know what's going on. There's so many lies. And the lies, the closer you get to the truth, the more lies happen, right? Here's Zilliqua. So now everything's just following Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin dumped, that was your kind of position to load up. I'm just being rational. Everybody keeps saying they have evidence until they have to go to court and then backtrack their cases. It's just noise, guys. Yeah, but honestly, like I looked at the facts and like I did a deep dive and like you can see that there's a Toronto office next to a Dominion office, and then George Soros has an office in the same building. Yet they actually changed the name and swapped the name, and they're really good at hiding their tracks. So you would have to sit on this computer and you would actually have friends online, and like you would actually be involved in a group of 10 or 20 people. And you guys would actually, like, no one person could figure this out on their own. You'd have to have a group of people. You guys would have, like, just like we go over the coins, we would have to make this our number one thing. So unless you did that, you can't speak on it either way. You can't say you knew there was fraud. You can't say you knew there wasn't fraud. Like it's just like this. I teach cryptocurrency trading and tutoring, right? I teach it because I know it. I teach it because I know it. When I tell you something that I know is true, I know that someone's going to use it, make money, and tell somebody else. And my tutoring is going to actually become a great business because it shows that it makes money. There's proof that my tutoring makes money, right? Now, I don't know anything else but that because this is what I've learned. So until I'm on, and I'm the type of person that I don't talk, I don't speak, I don't tell anybody anything unless I have done my research. Now, my research could be skewed and I could be wrong, but at least in my mind, I have a checklist, okay? I don't tell little Johnny that he shouldn't go over this way until I know why I'm telling him to go. Like, you know, I research things. I just don't open my mouth and say, hey, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this. Sometimes what I do is I give people other ideas just to kind of make their mind, to try to rack their brain up, because I don't want people to sit in one spot. Like, you can't sit in one spot. Like, if you sat in one spot for Bitcoin, convinced that it was going up or convinced that it was going down, you would miss a move either way. You need to stay in the middle. You need to always be in the middle. You can't tell yourself you know the truth. You just can't. You have to be on a constant search for truth. Like, for instance, I'll go on the moon landing. Did we ever go on the moon? Honestly, yeah, everyone says we did. But, you know, I didn't personally sit with an astronaut who looked me dead in the face, said, yes, I went on the moon. He didn't, like, hold some sand. He said, you know, I brought this home. This is actually moon sand. You know, you'll never see sand like this on the earth. You know, like, I have to go on pictures and stories that I've read. And honestly, I could give you guys pictures and stories right now, and who knows if they're true or not. So, and then you're going to say, well, how do you find your truth then? If everything you question, well, I found my truth through, like, kind of a feeling, honestly. And I know you'd be like, well, what does that mean? Like, so everything's a feeling? You don't know shit. Well, then how did I understand Bitcoin on a feeling? And I really believe that the truth comes through a vibrational frequency. And when you're on a vibrational frequency, it leads you to the answer that you need, right? Exactly. That's another thing. Like, we need to have one final person, like, in our government who does checks and balances. Like, we need checks and balances. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yo, this is, like, I'm, like, really, like, what are you doing, dude? Sorry. My freaking daughter's, like, trying to throw stuff at me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. I gave you the top 10 coins to 10 million. Went over Bitcoin dominance, every single thing, Tether dominance, all these types of things. And I just want you guys to know that don't trade unless you go over those things. Tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin.
And make sure to subscribe.
Thank you so much. And please subscribe. More coming every single day. Bitcoin back down to 19,200. That was an amazing run up. What will happen now? Let's see the 1 minute to see how bad of the move is. And here we go. Bitcoin on the way down. Yeah. And that is now a downtrend, a very vast one. One that we haven't seen in a while, right? Right back down to these lows. But we'll see what happens, man. Let's see the 30 minute. Okay. That's a parabola, but it definitely broke it. It definitely broke it. As long as Bitcoin goes sideways, you're going to see all that money pour into the altcoins. But, you know, I warn you guys, I really feel like they're going to run us up and then they're going to run us down. So just be careful, man. I'm still very cautious about this run right now. Very, very cautious. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, you're already doing the right thing. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. I probably just broke my phone, right?